Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of this how-to video on how to respray a locomotive. Now, since you last saw it, as you can see, the body has been removed from the chassis. The chassis has been set and put to one side for the moment, and that's going to get the couplings cut off, hopefully in the next week. But for now, we can get on with the second stage, which for me is body preparation. So as you can see, I've already started preparing the one side, by removing the logos, numbers, and the row for it badge. I've still got this side's been cleaned up, and I've still got to do this side, and this video is going to be me showing you how I do that. So the tools I've used are very simple. Use this square file, just a small square file. This one does need cleaned out a bit, but it does the job. And some fine grade sand or emery paper. What I do first when I'm starting off is I'll start by showing you how I get rid of the transfer, or whatever it is that Hornby did with these in the 80s. As you can see, I've got the model just on this on a polystyrene insert from a loco box. I just tip the body up, and just using the tip of the file, just rub away like that. As you can see, it's already starting to come away there. You've got to have a bit of patience doing it, but as you can see, it is working. Sorry if you can't see it very well, I do need to get a tripod for making these kind of videos. But yeah, as you can see there, it is starting to come away really nicely already. Just there, just move that bit of dust out of the way. One thing I also do like to have when I'm doing these is a toothbrush, something like this. Not a good brush, but not a rubbish one either. The bristles are soft but not too hard, and it does allow you to just get rid of any dust and stuff created on the model and out of the grills and stuff on the model from when you're filing down. So what I'm going to do is just get on with filing this model, get these transfers off, and I'll show you how I clean them up. So I'll be back in a minute. Right then, so I've removed the BR logo off the side, and as you can see, it is looking quite messy, but most of this is all dust that came off from filing. So the next stage is to obviously use the brush all that away. As you can see, it is looking a bit better. The outline of the transfer is still there, but it has made a nice surface to put the paint on. Now, as you can see, there are little scratches where the file is obviously rubbed over, and a couple of little patches of white that the file hasn't been able to remove. Sorry. That is where the emery paper comes in. And using this, you want to use a clean bit for this, because obviously you don't want to get any bits of wood or anything off the paper that you've already done with in the past onto the model. And then all you can simply do is just rub over the area where you've filed down, and this not only makes the area an even surface, but also removes the scratches and also any leftover bits of the transfer that you weren't able to remove with the file. And again, this does kick up a bit of dust, so not so much that you need to wear a mask, but obviously enough that it does you do need to brush it off. It does might look a bit violent on the model, but trust me, it's not damaging the model at all, and by the end of it, it's going to look even better. So as you see, brush that off there, and that transfer is gone. There, as you can see, it is completely gone. And the next stage is to do it with the numbers and the row for it logo. Well, as we've already done with on the other side. I do need to sand the number on this spoon a little bit more, and especially on this side to get rid of these scratches. But other than that, after we've got these off, I will show you the next stage, which is general body preparation, where we'll be sanding down the whole body. So I'll be back for that in a bit. I will see you then. Right then, so every transfer has been now removed from the model. As you can see, the logos have been removed from both sides, as have the numbers and rail freight badges. I've also taken the white circles out of the domino head codes out of the head code boxes, and I've also removed the buffers. Now, the brilliant thing about these old Hornby models is the buffers are incredibly simple to take out. I know it's the same on the Lima ones and the Hornby Railroad ones as well. As you can see, they're just there, and they just pop out like that. Simple as that. They're incredibly easy to take out, quite loose fitting, but they don't fall out on their own accord. So there we are, no buffers. And the next stage now is to give the whole body a nice easy sanding down. So you want to use again a new bit of paper. I've got some here, and just go over the entire body. This is just to remove the shine from the model and create a nice dull surface to apply the paint to. So you don't need to go hard or vigorous when you're doing this, just enough to remove the shine. Obviously you don't want to remove any molded detail as well, because inevitably sanding down and filing does remove detail, so you've got to be careful about that when you're doing it. When I'm doing it, I'm just going to go over the grills really lightly, but not so light that it doesn't make an impact. Direction, it doesn't matter really which direction you go up and down on, go up, down, sideways, like that. And as you can see, there is already quite a big difference if you just remove the dust. You can see around the window there the difference between the sanded and the non-sanded body shell. It is already looking a lot duller. The main reason I'm respraying this loco, one thing I didn't say in the last video, was I don't think this is a correct shade of rail freight yellow, or grey for that matter. The yellow looks too deep and rich, too mustard-like yellow, I think, and the grey's got a bit of a blue tint to it, and it doesn't look that good. So hopefully it'll bring this rather old model into the modern era a bit more, as we did with the Class 47, which looked absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to carry on sanding this body down now, and I will get back to you once the rest of it has been finished. Well, once the body's been sanded, sorry. So I will see you then. Right then, so as you can see, we are coming really close to the end of body preparation now. I've gone over the whole body and removed the shine from the paint that was originally on the model. Nothing too major. Obviously, like I said, don't want to go too mental on it, but as you can see, done the sides, the fronts, bonnets and roof. And one thing I will say when you're doing this, you are obviously doing removing layers of stuff off the model, which is essentially what you're doing when you're removing the paint, and it does create dust, and especially when you're doing large models with large surface areas, such as large diesels or coach bodies, you are going to create a lot of dust. So I always like to have a method of disposing of that dust ready when I'm doing it. So as you can see, this is all the dust that's came off, and when I was sanding it down, I just had it over the paper, and then every so often, once I've done a section, I just brush the dust off the body onto the paper. And as you can see, quite a lot of dust was made, but because it's on the paper, I can just kind of like cup the paper into a bit of an arch shape, and then that can just be tipped directly into the bin, and I won't be making any mess on my work surface, which is always important, because you don't want that dust to be escaping and getting into any other projects you've got going on the desk or anything else that is around the room. So yeah, next thing first, for the I think there's only a couple of steps left in body preparation. Got to remove the glazing and get the body primed with some just some grey primer, and then once that's done, we can get onto the stage that is going to make or break the model, and that is the masking and painting of the actual logo itself. So until then, take care, and I'll see you in part 3. Bye.